Hello, kindergartners. Today we are going to be reading our story, Places in My Neighborhood. We started our first read yesterday, and while I was reading, there were some words that I didn't know. So today we're going to be looking at those words and trying to figure out what they are. These words are apartment, bandage, lined, and strangers. So we're going to be looking at our story and trying to figure out what those mean. So this is a nonfiction story, which means it's a real life story about real life things, and it's written by Shelley Lyons. All right. What is a neighborhood? A neighborhood is a community filled with different places to see. Each place has a special purpose that meets our needs. Places to live. Mia's home is in the city. Her apartment is a building with many other apartments. Ooh, there's that word, apartment. Now let's use what the author said to try to figure out what it means. Mia's home is in the city. Her apartment is in a building with many other apartments. Now let's use some clues from our pictures. Now let's look at this one right here. Do you see how there's a porch at each of these windows? Each of those windows are a different apartment. So an apartment is a big building. So we're going to draw a big building. Sometimes it's a big building, sometimes it's a smaller one. And then there are different apartments and different homes inside of it. So this is an apartment, so a family lives in this one, a family lives in this one, family lives in this one, a family lives in this one, and this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. So each of these windows inside is a home. It's a home inside that apartment building. So it's an apartment is one big building that has smaller homes inside of it where a lot of different people live. That's an apartment. All right, let's keep reading. Let's see if we can find out what lined or bandage or strangers mean. Jack lives in a house in a small town. His street is lined with homes. Ooh, there's that word, lined. His street is lined with homes. I wonder what that word lined means. Let's look at the picture. Well, I see a home here, and a home here, and a home here, and a home here. It looks like that this street has a line of houses. So if we would draw a street, then we have a home here, and we have a home here, and we have a home here, and a home here. So we have a street that is lined with homes. So it's homes that are right next to each other in a line. Lined. All right, we figured out what apartment means, and now we figured out what lined means. An apartment is a big building that has homes, a lot of homes inside of it. Then lined means lined on the street means there's a street and then there's homes that are right next to each other in a line. All right, let's see what bandage and strangers mean. Places to keep safe. Carlos visits the fire station in his neighborhood. The firefighters rush to put out a fire. Devin visits the police station. The officers tells him not to talk to strangers. Ooh, there's that word, strangers. So the police officer is telling this little boy to not talk to strangers. So strangers are someone that you talk to. So a stranger is not only just someone that you talk to, but it's someone that you don't know. So I'm going to draw you and then a stranger. But you don't know him. So I'm going to do a question mark above your head because you don't know who this person is. So the police officer is saying, do not talk to someone that you don't know. or a stranger. So a stranger is someone that you do not know. All right, we have figured out 3 of our words: apartment, lined, and strangers. Let's see if we can figure out this last word, bandage. At the clinic, a nurse gives Lila a shot. She feels better when she gets a bandage. Ooh, now let's look at this picture. Let's look closely. What is he getting off of there? Well, it looks like he's getting a sticker. But what do you go when you go to the doctor and you get a shot? And then what do they put on top of the shot to make it feel better? A Band-Aid. They put a Band-Aid on it. So a bandage is another name for a Band-Aid. A bandage. So a bandage is just another name for a Band-Aid. Now look at that. We figured out what all of our words mean. Our words mean the apartment is a big building that has smaller homes inside of it. A bandage is a Band-Aid. Lined means in our story that there was a street and the homes were right next to each other and aligned. The street was lined with homes. And then the last word we learned was strangers, that it was someone that you don't know. You don't know who that is. And the police officer said, do not talk to someone that you don't know. All right, thank you for being a word detective with me today and figuring out what these words mean. Go ahead and draw your own pictures of these words and post them onto Seesaw.